Carolina Jordan here, your Christian family realtor in the Charleston, South Carolina area. And since I got my CIPS designation, for those of you that don't know what that is, it is the Certification of International Property Specialist designation with the National Association of Realtors. That gives us, as realtors, a more global understanding of real estate around the world. And today I have the privilege of having Cabo G today. Gianno is in Las Vegas right now, but he covers Nevada, Arizona, and Cabo San Lucas. That's the one that we're gonna be diving in. So we wanted to give you guys more information about some of the global market as far as real estate. And Gino, thank you so much for taking time. I know it's early in the morning for you, so thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so basically I've been in real estate since 1998. I've been licensed in Nevada since 1998. I had gotten my license in Arizona in 2005. And just recently, December, got my Mexico license. And my focus and area of concentration is the Baja Sur, is Cabo San Lucas, La Paz, and San Jose.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about, so we have some people that are wanting to invest or maybe have a vacation home or have some kind of investment outside of the US, or even thinking about, you know, their retirement time, and you're thinking like, hey, if I go to another country, I might be able to double my money somewhere else than staying here. So what kind of people are buying in Cabo San Lucas and that area?
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are really coming from all over the world. You're getting Europeans, you're getting Canadians, you're getting US citizens, you're either getting South American citizens in here. So you are getting quite the people, as Cabo has now become an international hub. And to give some background, Cabo San Lucas was a fishing town going all the way back into 30s, 40s, and 50s. And since really the 80s, it's really kind of taken on a name of its own. And really since the 90s boom, it's really become a tourist destination. We're in a tourist corridor. And now because of that, everybody's coming down here investing because, again, back in the 90s and early 2000s, land was cheap. It's cheap material cost. And now things have gone up. However, Cabo's experienced growth really kicked off with COVID, and Mexico was one of the few countries that opened its borders during COVID when everything else was closed. They stayed open. They were smart. A lot of Americans went down there, they got upset, and they bought property down there. And now you see that trend of people and the myth taking away that, oh, well, you can't buy down there, it's only lease. That's not the case, folks. It's a 99-year lease. It's straight buy. And so because of that, you're getting people that are wealthy people coming down there, cashing out their inventory wherever else they are. Again, Canada, US, Europe, what have you. And they're buying down there.
That's good. So if someone was trying to take a look at something in there, like kind of like what is a mid price on, let's say, a one-bedroom condo or something like that?
Good question. So when I was down there for the last 2 weeks, I was previewing oceanfront properties, beachfront properties, both houses and condos, also inland, because the way Cabo works is that you go up the Pacific coastline and you go up the East Cape. East Cape is where the tourist zone is, going from San Jose down to downtown Cabo. And just to keep in mind, the airport is located in San Jose, so people get confused when they're searching to go to Cabo San Lucas, but the airport is actually in San Jose. And Los Cabos means the two capes, which is the cities of San Jose and also Cabo San Lucas. So when you're going down there, I could tell you right now, I was pretty surprised. There are no properties under $2 million for homes that are on the ocean, which they call beachfront or oceanfront. However, with condos, there's a new development that they just broke ground on, and that's called Tortuga Bay. I just previewed that on Monday. And the cheapest 2-bedroom that you're going to find is 850,000.
Wow.
That's pretty cheap considering that a lot of condo projects, just so that people know, I want to take a step back. In pre-construction here, 2-year build out. So you're putting 35% down. That's all you put down. And then you wait for 2 years when they start completion. And that's where you pay the rest of your money. You can finance it through a developer. You can finance it in-house through another bank that they use, or you can go ahead and just pay all cash. But the beautiful thing about it is that you're getting 20 to 30% ROI. And that's the reason why a lot of people are buying down there, because there's no limit on Airbnb. There's no limit on Expedia or an ROI type of program. They're not capping that out. So a lot of people buy and then they charge their rates. So oceanfront right now is completely sold out, and everything else is inland right now. So people are turning their attention to the inland properties. And because there's so many new, what they call apartments, but we call them condos, they call them apartments. That's where the activity is at, from the 350 range and up.
So if somebody, let's say from the US or Europe, wants to go and purchase something there, they call Gianno and say, hey, I'll be in that area for this amount of time. So how do you start that process? Like, do they have to have the cash in hand? I know you said that you can finance it through the builders, but is it somewhat smooth process, or is it really hard for non-Mexican citizens to get a loan there?
No, it's actually quite easy. Loans are going to be costing a little bit more over there. The interest rate, again, if you put 35% down on a property or any property, whether it's a house or a condo, you're looking at a 9% interest rate. If you're putting half down, you're going to get locked in at 7.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the standard what they're doing down there. A lot of people are paying cash. There could be seller financing on resales. Right now, with the market that's going on, a lot of people that are running around down there looking, they kind of like to qualify the buyer. A lot of times they don't, because they know that it's a resort luxury living type situation. So a lot of people are not going to really ask somebody for proof of funds. But for assurances, you really kind of want to know, because in order for me to help the client, I need to know where you are financially so I can put you in the best situation possible, because there's 3 choices down there. You're going to buy as a second home, you're going to buy as a permanent home, or you're going to make it as an investment property.
Right. How are difference of property taxes? I know we're in the US and every state has different tax rates. Is it the same down there, or is it all flat? Or
I have been posting, it's going to blow people's socks off. So let's just take $1 million home. If you buy $1 million home, so in Charlotte, what's the taxes in Charlotte?
so in Charleston, we have, I mean, if you're in Dorchester County, a 3,500 square feet house that might be valued on 500,000, like we're paying about $3,500 in as an owner occupied in tax.
What would you say your percentage is over there?
About a 4%.
How much?
4%.
4%. So in Mexico, especially in Cabo San Lucas, they're paying 0.20%. So if you're paying $1 million home, you're paying $2,000 a year. Now here's the best. So when you buy, you pay a 2% upfront cost that covers your taxes. But every year after that, if you pay up front, you get an additional 30% off the 20th of a percent. So let's do the math. So $1 million home, 20th of a percent, 2,000. Now take an extra 30% off. That's 600. Now you're paying 1,400.
Wow.
So the way it works down there is that the state of Mexico, when I say the state, because Baja serves a state, you have the mainland as a state, but the country as a whole, especially with Cabo, they get a lot of their tax revenue because of the selling of the property. In the US, they make the money on the property taxes. Mexico makes their money on the sale of property. So they encourage the sales. That's why they keep the property taxes cheap. So the gas, the power, the water. That's going to be expensive, especially in Cabo, because you're on a pretty much a peninsula, so to speak,
Right.
island town. But at the end of the day, the taxes there, super, super cheap. So that's why you're seeing people coming down, buying $5 million, $10 million, $15 million homes, beautiful homes, and they're paying pennies on taxes. Pennies.
Wow. Wow, that's incredible. So we have to wrap up. I thank you so much, Gianno. If you guys have any more questions or anything that you would like to talk to Gianno about, if you're thinking about investing somewhere else, if Cabo San Lucas is that place, even if it is Arizona or Nevada, please reach out to him. Gino, how can we or how can people get in touch with you?
CaboG.net. That's my website, CaboG, CABOG.net. You can get a hold of me there, or of course my cell phone number, 702-528-2810, and of course my email, Gianno, Gianno, B as in Buonaguro, at oceansideloscabos.com.
Thank you so much, guys. And I'll be more than happy to connect you with Gianno. Our website is lowcountryhomesale.com. My phone number is 843-900-4449. If you ever are in need of a realtor somewhere else or here in the Charleston area, please reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to serve you. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Gianno, again.
Thank you.